We talked on Wednesday, which was a fantastic show. Your guys' feedback was awesome with Mr. Jud Davis, Gator legend from the 90s, played with old Spurrier. Did you enjoy those stories, Steve?
Oh man, fantastic! Judd is amazing, man. He's always dope. And he has hella stories, man. If you just ever get a chance to get around him at one of them tailgates, fireball goes to flowing at 7 a.m. Jud Davis is the man.
He's locked and loaded, man. He loves it. He'll talk your ear up, man. He's incredible. He's awesome. But one of the cool things he said, one of his great stories he was telling us was he was at the golf course, as he usually is, and ran into Coach Mike Peterson. And he asked him, talk about the team. I always love talking to Judge. Joe's always got a tidbit. And Mike Peterson, this wide receiver core, man. I'm telling you, something special. Reminds me of the good old days.
Yeah.
Taquez Gray,
Yeah.
Idell Anthony. That was a comparison. We talked about it. We wrote about it. That's high praise. Somebody played alongside that is familiar with, not just a reach, okay? Understands what those guys brought to the table. So a very healthy comparison. Then we get back from Zach Alberverdi on Silk's podcast, a logo talk, I believe, on X, where, again, we've always kind of compared Trey to Percy. Like that was, this has been the comparison that we've had.
And I was appalled.
Yeah, you were. Now you were. I've been on this train since the beginning. And again, I think what always gets misconstrued is that we're trying to replace that person. It's like, well, no, we're just trying to find it again, and we're trying to see it in somebody. And so that's what Trey brought. That quick, fiery. I still understand now hearing you talk and tell stories, but we ain't gonna find him the Percy, okay? Even talking with a couple other guys we've had on the show, just the way when they bring up Percy, like their eyes just flip, like hey.
Yeah.
But
that's like Michael Jordan. But we'll go with Braun.
We'll talk. But Zach said that the type of game, the weight that he has put on, the transformation he has made is Percy Harvin like.
For sure.
Which again, I think it's a different comparison. It's not the same like mentality, just the physicality, right? Because that was been his factor. I think he's always been a little small. When he takes a lick, I mean, he is leveled. Percy was always able to stay healthy and fit outside, his headaches, but you can't put the muscle on that. But his physicality, which made him even more electric because he was long standing. Trey has seemed to made that step up.
Yeah. No, I love it. I seen when he first said it, I was like, okay, I can't wait to see him. But after seeing him, I would have to agree. The man's definitely been in the weight room. He's definitely been working on his body, and that's what you want to see from a young man that's receiving high praise. He's expected to have a big year, and so just seeing him, running around, he does look a lot faster, a lot twitchier, and a lot stronger. So I'm expecting to see great things out of him. I like to have that comparison. Like you said, trying to replace Percy or in your mind is going to be hard to do. I don't know if anybody will put up numbers like he's done at Florida. I hope so. But that's a tough feat. But I'm loving what Trey Wilson is bringing to the team. I love his development so far, and that he's gaining. You know what I mean? And it's evident. You can see it. So that just testimony to his work ethic, what he's putting in, and his love for the game. So shout out to him for sure.
Percy
and the comparison with the wide receiver group. I don't know if we're gonna talk about it anymore, but
go ahead.
I love it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I love it. We're super deep. I think this is our fastest wide receiver core. And alone, it's hard to say ever. Because some of these guys I haven't really seen they 40 times, but Mike Peterson with Jaquez and all those guys, these guys were flying. And so I think we're averaging around like 4.3.
To Rocket Money, one of our sponsors for today's show. You sign up for something, forget about it after the trial period ends, then you're charged month after month after month. The subscriptions are there, but you're not using them. In fact, I just learned that 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. Thanks to Rocket Money, I can see all my subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones I'm not using anymore. And now, I'm saving money. Listen, y'all know we love Rocket Money here at Hightop Sports. We talk about them quite oftenly for a handful of reasons. Number one, because you're able to monitor your subscriptions. Number two, which I always love, is that you can cancel your subscriptions through the app, which is fantastic versus having to log in, see which app it is. You see it all in one place, and you can click it through the app, and they will handle the dirty work for you. Thirdly, which again is one of also my favorite features is their little personal accountant. You can set up budgets for how you want to spend things with that certain month, whether it be shopping, whether it be movies, whether it be entertainment, all those things you can separate your little personal accountant in the palm of your hand to allow you to save more money and put more money back in your pocket. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find your cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and saved a total of $500 million on canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions to reach your financial goals faster with RocketMoney.com. Go to RocketMoney.com/HightopSports today. RocketMoney.com/HightopSports today. The link is in the description for RocketMoney.com/HightopSports today.
In the wide receiver crew, I'm not sure what Sturdivant's time is exactly, but I know with Tank, Trey, Dallas, those guys are moving. And so and their physicality, their stature is great with Sturdivant and our newcomer, Dallas. I love his size and speed, man. It's dope.
The quantity, you said, like, it's hard to say ever. The quantity seems like ever. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the big thing is that there just seems a lot to go around. Now, again, people got to live up to the hype. That's the big part of it. But again, when we talk about Percy Harvin, I wanted to look up because I want to make sure I had this right. So this has him, this Pro Football Reference, but here was his mock draftables from 2009 to give you his size and to tell you what Eugene's at now. Percy was 5'11", 192 was the 2009 draft. He was 195 in 2008 on the Florida Gators page. Percy Harvin was. So we're floating on the 190 range, okay? Eugene Wilson weighed in at 190, and I believe he is 5'11". He's 5'10". So a little bit smaller, but almost the same weight as Percy Harvin. Yeah. So again, and I want to say when he came in, I think he was like 175, maybe 170.
Yeah.
Just looked at the recruiting profile. 5'10", 170. So.
And we talking 20 pounds of all muscle. I seen the kid.
So again, when you hear that take from Zach, it may sound egregious because again, you're thinking Percy Harvin there. This is what we're saying. He's put on the growth transformation. I think the difference with Percy just showed up looking like that. So
he got a lot more chisel, but I don't think people understand the difference in 20 pounds of muscle on a person. So when Zach sees him, he's like, well, who is this guy? Yeah, that's a huge difference. We understand what 20 pounds of fat look like, and we understand what 20 pounds of fat look like when you lose it. Yeah. Imagine putting it on the muscles to see somebody go from that transformation. You remember seeing them as a kid when you were seeing them in high school and stuff and coming as a freshman. To see a grown man 20 pounds heavier, 22 pounds heavier and all muscle, his neck is going to be popping out to you. I gained 20 pounds when I got in at 218. I went back home. I was like 243. And my neighbors said, Steve, what have you been eating? Shoes? Why your neck so big? They said I was eating shoes, bro. And so to see his transformation is amazing, man. And I just know it's going to pay out big for us. So shout out to him, man, for putting that work in. That's a lot of work, bro. That's a lot of work.
And you got to think what it's going to do for speed, what it's going to do for agility, what it's going to do for taking a hit. I mean, that's been his biggest downfall. That's been his biggest downfall. It's his health. And availability has been his biggest suffer. So, look, another fantastic comparison, another reason for us to get absolutely just pumped headed into this offseason. But, again, you hear the comparison, and I get a lot of flack when I say Wilson gets the Jeremiah Smith comp. But, again, it's not to say that he's going to be Jeremiah Smith. It's to say that they embody some of the same characteristics that you want in a wide receiver. And Wilson, here's the thing, Wilson carried part of them already. I think the other part of it was the physicality and the size that Percy has. Now he's picked that up. Can he just be out there just unconscious like Percy was? I mean, that's another level that I think Percy contained. But at the same time, it is reachable. Yeah. That's probably one of the easier ones to reach reality. The skill-wise, that's something you're kind of just born with. Up here, I guess you're born with it too, but you can learn it over an offseason if you're surrounded by the right people.
20 pounds will put you in the mind frame of being a little bit untouchable, especially after you've been hit in the SEC. You coming in the SEC as a freshman, when you catch that ball, you're running, but you're trying not to get hit. You don't want these guys leveling you. You don't want to be going across the middle and getting sent to the hospital. So you take that beating, then you bulk up and put that on. He can play uncomfortable for sure out there now. Because you like I took every hit that I'm going to take, all the angles of how I'm going to take these hits, but now I'm bigger, faster, stronger. I'm a step faster. I'm stronger to take this beating. I'm gonna play like I'm not scared of you guys.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of what Percy attitude and demeanor was like. When I was in high school, I'm guaranteed to score 3 times a game. You know what I mean? So it's like I come into college, I know I'm gonna score at least once a game, period. So I'm not worried about none of you guys. I think Trey now putting on that weight and gaining those muscles and going through the gauntlet already, his mindset is definitely be on fire. It just give me the ball, I'm going to score. Every time I touch it, I want to score.
If he can be what we think he can be, right? And just be that sheer just impact player, Percy-esque like. VB3 can come in and be what Eugene was year one, which was a spark.
So deep, bro. Gosh.
Which was the spark that the team needed at the most, but we didn't have anything else, right? Like it was just a spark. That was it. But there was nothing to ignite. You know what I'm saying? He can ignite what also was there. Then you add Studervit, who brings in talent, experience, length, and size.
Mizell.
I'm not done yet. Then you bring in Mizell, who brings in experience, length, speed, and size, and hands, and agility. I'm not done yet. Then you bring in Dolly Wally, just a freshman igniter, whatever you want to call him. I mean, he's a unicorn because of the things that we don't know yet of what he could be. Okay, Montgomery. Man. I mean, it goes on of why we're excited for this group. I think I'm forgetting somebody. Am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I know there's more.
We're forgetting a lot of people.
I know Khalil Jackson too is another one, but by golly, man, I mean,
we got so many people, bro.
Tank Hawkins, TJ Abrams.
It's amazing.
Make me stop. Make it stop.
Yeah. And you know what? Dallas Wilson, like the mentality he had for this spring game to me stood out the most. Like even when he wasn't getting the ball, like the fake routes he was running against the DB, and like he had the mentality to I want to go out here and shine. I'm going to go out here, and if I got to embarrass you, if I got to do whatever it is, I'm the man.
I want to murder you.
I'm trying to make this statement known. I'm yelling all in the goal in the end zone, like going beast mode. I absolutely love it, kid. That mentality.
Aiden Waters gonna be spinning it, and you boys already know it.
I'm overjoyed right now, bro. This is the most anticipated season for me ever, as a Gator.
It's been, yeah, I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. You're spot on with that one. That one probably is. We're about to get into bold takes. That wasn't a bold take. That was a smooth operated take. Before we get into our bold takes, headed into this offseason, we'll probably do this again because things might change come summer ball a little bit. But quick shout out to our sponsors as well. FOCO, we've been powered with them for the last couple of months. We've been loving them, appreciating them. They're doing a little special for us. We're still running that promo. If you go on there and buy anything right now and use the code Hightop Sports at FOCO, link is in the description. Buy anything. I'm talking that's $2 to $100. You will enter to a chance to win those gorgeous Florida Gator overalls. How do you enter in? You like this video? And then also you send me the receipt at hightopsports2@gmail.com. Title it Overall Giveaway with your purchase. And you will be entered into the drawing for that. Again, use the code Hightop Sports. Show that you used it. So you get a discount. You get a discounted item. The cheapest item you can find if you don't want to get anything too expensive. The overalls are, I think, over like a $90 piece of item, but they've got a lot of great stuff. So check out links in the description, and of course, use the code Hightop Sports.
So before you get to the next topic, can I just say one thing? I feel bad if I didn't say it.
It's not bold.
No, it's not bold. But shout out to KJack, man. KJackson, man, the wide receiver. I was high on him last year. I wanted to see him do his thing. I believe he was the guy that can go down the field for us and take the top off. He got injured, and to hear his name in the mix coming off of injury, the injury that he had, to
wants
hear
to walk on too.
Listen, I don't miss on players that I see it in, and he's one of those guys. So to hear his name in the mix coming off that injury means that he's dedicated to the process and putting in work. So I'm looking forward to seeing big things out of him. I just wanted to give him his love.